Most people think giant bucks only live behind locked gates, high fences, and private farms, places guarded by money and permission. But this one didn't. This buck lived on public land, hard hunted, overlooked big woods where anyone could chase him, but almost no one ever truly did. He was massive, perfectly symmetrical, twin drop tines hanging like daggers beneath heavy, dark mane beams. A deer that looked like the Buckmaster's logo stepped out of a dream. I named him Secret, and for a long time, he wasn't just the biggest buck I'd ever known. He was the biggest secret I'd ever kept. My name's Greg. I'm a working-class bow hunter. I punch a clock, I work with my hands, and every spare minute I get, I put into the woods. No leases, no outfitters, no shortcuts. Just boots, maps, and stubbornness. I hunt places like West Virginia and Iowa, pressure-cooked public land where most guys burn out quick. That's where Secret lived. It started one winter night, scrolling maps, doing what I always do, looking for what everyone else misses. That's when I saw it. 110 acres of public hardwoods locked tight against massive private bean fields. No parking lot, no easy access, surrounded by agriculture, food on private, security on public. It wasn't big, but it didn't need to be. It just needed to be right. Late winter, I went in shed hunting. The woods told the story before the antlers ever did. Rubs everywhere. Old rubs, fresh rubs, big trees shredded chest high deep in the timber. This wasn't random sign. This was a mature buck living comfortably where pressure should have pushed him out. Then I found the first antler, heavy, dark, a long mane beam with a drop tine curling like a claw. 30 yards later, I found the other side. Perfect match, twin drop tines, dead symmetrical. I just stood there. This wasn't a good buck. This was a once-in-a-lifetime public land deer. That spring turned into summer, and that's when this buck really took over my life. I started running trail cameras, not on trails, not where everyone else would, but watching edges, timing, and transitions. And then he showed up. The first photo nearly stopped my heart. Thick neck, even in early summer. Deep chest. Antlers already exploding. Then more pictures came, night after night, sometimes alone, sometimes with another buck, a solid 160-inch deer that would make most hunters shake. Secret dwarfed him, made him look like a 2-year-old, wider, taller, heavier, like he didn't even belong in the same woods. All summer long, I watched him grow, velvet stretching, drop tines lengthening, mane beams rolling forward and down. Every picture felt personal, like I was being let in on something no one else knew. I studied him, his timing, the way he used the beans, the way he vanished before daylight. He never made mistakes, never lingered. He was always one step ahead. By late summer, I knew him better than any buck I'd ever hunted. But I also knew this. Come fall, none of that history would matter. Big woods erase patterns, pressure changes everything, and Secret was built for that. That fall, I hunted him smart, carefully. I never forced it. I knew he fed in the beans at night and slid back into those hardwoods before daylight, using terrain and pressure like armor. Other hunters complained about no big bucks, about nothing but does. Meanwhile, Secret was walking past them in the dark, untouched. Then one night, everything shattered. I stopped at a gas station late one evening, and that's when I heard it, the heart-dropping conversation. 4 guys stood by the cooler, smoking, when one of them said, "Have y'all seen that big buck the Clinton boys keep rambling about?" Oh God, not the Clinton boys. If you know, you know. Poachers, crackheads, everything bad rolled into one. And the moment I heard that, I knew. If they had seen him, it was a race now. Secret was no longer a secret. Not long after, I was glassing from a distance when headlights cut across the bean field. A truck stopped. A door opened. A beam of light swept the field. Then the shot came. My stomach dropped. I called it in immediately. Conservation officers moved fast. The poachers were caught. I ran to where I knew he had been standing. A few drops of blood, no bigger than dimes. Tracks running hard for maybe 100 yards. I searched all night, then for days. But Secret was never found. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. I searched those woods relentlessly, ridge after ridge, hollow after hollow, looking for a dead head, a shed, a bone, anything, nothing, no more blood, no carcass, no antlers, just silence. The buck that could have made history vanished, lost to time, lost in the woods, never seen again. And maybe that's how it was always meant to end. Because on public land, not every legend gets a grip and grin. Some of them just disappear, leaving behind rubs on old trees, tracks in the dirt, and a story only a few people will ever truly be.